Back with more #1 Cochran Sports Showdown. I want to talk about a couple of X's and O's calls in this game that were rather interesting. First, we'll talk about the Steelers on 4th and 1 late in the game. They had options. They could have get a 54-yard field goal attempt by Chris Boswell, who's been perfect this year, or they could have gone for it on 4th and 1, or they could have punted, tried to draw the team offside, which I thought they'd do, and they did, and then they punted. It was a great punt by Jordan Berry. So, Jason, was that the right call, or would you have done something differently at that point?
I thought it was the right call. I mean, maybe we're looking at this, you know, because it worked out, it's automatically the right call. But I admittedly was thinking that at the time and thinking field position was too crucial. I don't remember the timeout situation exactly, but I was just fine with that. Pin them back, make them go the length of the field. Actually, I don't think
Chargers had timeout. Chargers were out.
Oh, no.
They were out.
Chargers were out of timeout.
Andrew's right.
What are you talking about? 4th and 1? You know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, that back the Chargers
up to the length of the field with like a minute 26.
99, right?
Yeah.
They had 3 timeouts. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. But you're right. So that was a good call. Could have been 4th and 1. You could have tried to draw them outside, taken a 5-yard penalty if you're going to punt anyway.
They played it perfectly.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, the reason why I didn't think that was going to work, Bob, is because their special teams have been a mess this year. I mean, perfectly executed. I thought that usually the punter there wants a little bit more space. They'll take penalties on purpose there to give a guy more room to try to coffin corner it. But I was shocked it worked. I thought with the way their offensive line had dominated with Snell there, you could get 1 yard or even quarterback sneak.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think you do that, though. I think punting is the right thing to do there, just from the standpoint of you have to make them go the long field
with no timeouts.
With no timeouts. If for whatever reason Snell slips or some guy gets through and tackles him, now they got a little shorter field to try and tie the game. So I don't have a problem with punting it at all.
All right. Prior to that, there was another interesting call. This one on the Chargers' behalf. 24-17, they had just scored on a touchdown from Rivers to Hunter Henry. And they had conserved all of their timeouts. The Steelers, in 2 minutes, let them go 79 yards, sort of the prevent mode. But Andrew, at that point, you're looking at a situation where they can onside kick or kick it deep. I would have gone deep only because if you do get a 3 and out, you had to figure Hodges is going to be conservative, that you get much better field position. What about you?
I agree, because onside kicks are basically impossible to recover. I mean, Sutton made actually, that onside kick was executed well by the Chargers. It went 10 yards. It got up in the air, which is exactly what they want. Sutton just made a great play to go up and get it and hold on. But there, I think you kick it deep. We know the Steelers have no return game. They've said it themselves. They're terrible at it. You back them up. You know they won't throw with Hodges, and you try to get a 3 and out in the ball back. Maybe you get it at your own 35 or 40, and you actually give yourself a chance to win the game. So.
Yeah, I don't understand why more teams don't kick it deep there. So there's a number of teams that will try the onside kick. And one of you guys on this show, have always rattled off the percentages of actually,
it's less than 5%.
Yeah, recovering it when the other team knows you're going to try and do it is very, very low. To me, you want field position there. You kick it deep, and then if you get a 3 and out, when they punt it, now you're starting at your 30 or 35 instead of your own 1.
Yeah, I hated the call. I agree with both of you guys. I don't have too much different to say, especially you have the ability to stop the clock at that point. Great play by Cam Sutton. I thought it was tremendous, but I would have kicked it away. One
more quick segment before we go to Smooth Moves. Paul, I'll start with you on this. The Steelers now have an opportunity to beat up on some pretty, bad competition. In fact, the AFC is bad generally, without the exception is New England. So what do you look into the next several weeks after the bye? What do you think they can do?
Well, I mean, I think they can get on a little bit of a roll here and start winning some games. And the thing about it is if you just get a little bit of momentum and build on it, then all of a sudden you can climb back into it. Like I said before, if you look around the AFC, there's a lot of teams with 2, even 3 losses, so they're not that far out of it.
Well, we're going to have to find out after they play Miami, Bob, in this 3-game homestand, how good are the Colts and Rams? Because I think at the moment the Colts are better than we thought without Andrew Luck with the game they played at Kansas City, and the Rams offense now is in tatters. Goff is a complete mess, and Todd Gurley's injured. So all of a sudden that game at home looked like that it was an automatic loss. Now it looks like a coin flip game to me. So the Steelers might be able to win 2 out of their next 3 games.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that stuff. I mean, but look at the other. I see 6 very winnable games on their schedule, if not 7, maybe even 8. I mean, let's say, one of those teams turns out to be legit. You got Baltimore, Buffalo the rest of the way. I mean, it's not very difficult. I hate to see this and say all of a sudden they're going to finish 11-5 or whatever. But I mean, they can get on a run here.
They can, and the other thing is the wild card's still very much up for grabs if the division would not be. And by the way, Cleveland has a week off coming up, and then they have to play New England, so they could be looking at 2-5. Now it's time to go around the horn for this week's Smooth Moves, brought to you by Pittsburgh's largest supplier of the smoothest granite, marble, and quartz countertops. Anywhere you will find Armina Stone. So, Smooth Move of the week. Could be local, could be national. Andrew, you first.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the people out there that drank Baker Mayfield Kool-Aid. My co-host Chris Muller is one of those morons. Jimmy Haslam, who just promoted Baker's buddy to head coach, Freddie Kitchens, who's just a disaster. And how about all these companies? Every advertisement, you watch a football game, you can't have a commercial break without Baker Mayfield hawking some product. And now he leads the league in interceptions. Well, him and Jameis Winston are kind of going back and forth with that. So that's my smooth move.
Well, I would hate to say this because I know it puts a little thorn in the side of Pirates fans, but Garrett Cole was amazing the other night when he played in an elimination game. That guy right there is going to get paid a lot of money, and he should because he's really, really good.
Wait, did he pitch here? No.
He used
The
to
contact.
Pitch,
Oh.
pitch the contact here, yes. Now he throws the ball past people.
Oh, boy. There was a hockey storyline that caught my attention earlier this week. Patrick Marleau going back to San Jose. To me, it's the right move by both player and team. It was cool to see happen.
All right, those are the smooth moves of the week. Armina Stone is Pittsburgh's largest supplier of the smoothest granite, marble, and quartz countertop you will find anyway. Score a touchdown with Armina Stone. Do it right now. We'll be back talking who should be the next Pirate manager next.